You don't have to give it to them. They'll come. When they come, they will. No, don't give it here. I'll tell you give it to you. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the organizing team, I, Deepthi Rostos, a research scholar from Haptics Lab, am delighted to welcome all of you to the awards and ceremony of the XR Summit 2024 by IIT Madras and XTIC. It is an absolute pleasure to have you join us as we celebrate excellence and innovation in the XR domain. Today, we celebrate innovation, creativity, and the incredible talent that has brought groundbreaking ideas to life. This is a day to honor excellence, recognize achievements, and inspire future endeavors. We are thrilled to have such an amazing gathering of visionaries, thought leaders, and changemakers under one roof. And now, for a truly special moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not every day that we get to welcome a living legend. Someone whose music has transcended borders, bridged cultures, and touched the hearts of millions. But tonight, we are honored to have with us the man whose genius needs no introduction. But as your host, it is my absolute privilege to do so anyway. He's the man behind the music that has been the soundtrack to our lives, from soul-stirring melodies to electrifying beats. With an Oscar, Grammys, and countless awards to his name, he's a true global icon of musical excellence. But beyond the accolades, his art speaks of passion, purpose, and power to unite. So without further ado, let's turn up the applause and welcome the one and only Dr. A.R. Rahman to the stage. Let's make it loud, folks. He deserves it. Joining us to honor the maestro is Mr. Prakash Damodaran, an esteemed alumnus of IIT Madras and a trailblazer in blending technology and public policy. As Secretary to the Government of Tamil Nadu, he pioneered the state's first IT policy, positioning Tamil Nadu as a leader in innovation. Please welcome him to the stage to present bouquet to the legendary A.R. Rahman. I invite Prakash Damodaran sir and Sri A.R. Rahman to come onto the front stage to give the bouquet. Let's give a warm round of applause, everyone. Now I invite Dr. Professor Manivanan to give bouquet to one of the other chief guests over here, Ashish Kulkarni, and I invite both of them to the stage also. Once again, a warm welcome to the XTIC 2024, where the XR Summit is happening. So let's make this evening unforgettable. Now welcoming Professor Manivanan. Now it's my great honor to invite Sir to the stage, a distinguished academic, visionary leader in haptics and applied mechanics, the principal investigator of XTIC, the man behind the XR Summit 2024. As a driving force behind the remarkable progress and innovation at XTIC, his insights and leadership continue to inspire us all. Professor Manivanan, we kindly invite you to deliver the welcome speech and address the crowd for the XTIC XR Summit 2024. Please join me in giving him a warm round of applause.
Good evening, all. I'm very happy to welcome all of you to this XR Summit 2024, which is the first XR event in India where industry and academia together is participating and setting vision for India in the next 30 years. By 2047, this center XTIC in IIT Madras has a vision of making India as a XR corridor. And for the last 3 years, we have been setting up several roadmaps under the guidance of Prakash Damodaran sir, who was the first IT secretary of Tamil Nadu. And so as the vision of XTIC shared by our chief guest today, Dr. Rahman, to make India as a first, right? So everybody knows India's IT corridor. Can we make India as a XR corridor in the next 30 years? Can we make India as a first? So I'm very happy that Dr. Rahman has this vision of putting India as a first. He has this wonderful project, Lee Musk, which is a VR movie, first ever made feature-length movie made in India, and it is going global, putting the India as a first. Right? And we just learned a lot of technical issues that he has faced through, and then he has solved through. We are very, very amazed to see that you have solved those issues, and then you are putting up this wonderful product to the world stage and making all of us, India, proud of this particular moment of XR. Thank you so much. We are very humble with this one. I thought he's a musician. I thought he's a artist, but when we probed him with all the technical questions, he is not less than any of the other engineers. So if you ask any technical questions on AR VR, now he can answer very well actually. So that shows how much struggle you have gone through. You are with a system and learned through, and then solved it. We are very, very happy, and we are very amazed to see the enthusiasm and perseverance you have gone through this. Thank you so much for this. Recognizing his wonderful contributions in this particular XR feature-length film, we XTIC is very proud to award this XTIC Award 2024 for Innovation and to Dr. A.R. Rahman. And I wanted to before I read this citation, I wanted to play a very small feature-length movie on this. Can you please roll the video?
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelt.
This music also is set by Dr. A.R. Rahman.
There was this blending of narrative and technology that put actual people right in front of you in a way where you intimately experience, in a way that we don't even experience people in real life.
I really appreciated just all the specific details to really make it real, whether it was the music, how well the face was rendering, and just really being a part of the experience in a way that I don't think most folks have been able to accomplish yet.
It was ridiculous. Like, what was that? Like, I can finally see a world that I'd like to see every day.
It was the best film I've ever seen at Cannes Film Festival.
Thank you. Now let me read the citation of the award for Dr. A.R. Rahman. Dr. A.R. Rahman's Lemus is a groundbreaking achievement in immersive storytelling, blending virtual reality, olfactory technology, and advanced sound design to redefine cinematic experiences. As one of the world's first feature-length VR films, Lemus integrates 360-degree visuals, spatial audio, and scent delivery system, multisensory narratives. Rahman's innovative use of technology and his mastery of sound design, including dynamic spatial audio, make the audience an integral part of the storytelling, transcending traditional boundaries of the cinema. This pioneering effect established him as a deserving recipient of XTAC Award 2024 for innovation. XTAC IIT Madras is happy to bestow XTAC Award 2024 for innovation on Dr. A.R. Rahman. Please give him a big applause for his beautiful achievement. Now, I request Steve Lavalley and Anna Lavalley to come to the stage to hand over the award to Dr. A.R. Rahman. Please, yeah. So, the audience don't need an introduction of Steve Lavalley and Anna Lavalley, who are the co-founders of the Oculus, and they are the visiting faculty in IIT Madras, who went through the groundbreaking design of the Oculus, which is what I can. Thank you. Thank you, Steve and Anna. Can you be seated on the stage for a few moments for a fireside chat with Dr. A.R. Rahman? I would request now Steve and Anna to now ask a few questions to Dr. A.R. Rahman about this, now his experience of making this movie. Please go ahead.
Okay, well, thank you very much for spending time with us today. And with your remarkable level of achievement, you're welcome to say whatever you like, but I'll give you some questions anyway to guide things, certainly. So I'm very curious about the kinds of struggles or unexpected obstacles you might have had, because it took a lot of determination for 6 years of effort. And you mentioned earlier to me the point when you tried Samsung Gear VR and it changed your life in some way and gave you this vision. So what were the obstacles to make that sort of happen, or unexpected kinds of things that happened along the way?
Thank you for this award. I'm really honored that it was made for the world from India. So getting an award in Chennai, where it's born, is very special. So I think to do this, we have to be crazy. And I have a crazy team. There's Srirag is sitting, a main VFX supervisor, and we're all like a family. We just, whenever I finish a big project and I want to get out of music, I'll come to this VR room and they'll show me all the goodies. Each shot took 3 months to render, and some of them were re-rendered, and that's why the six years of thing. And we constantly were looking at how can we push this? How can we not do mistakes of what previously people have done? like, lower frame rate or lower quality stuff, which would make people, some people have made bad content so that people start hating VR, when they put VR, no, I can't wear that because I feel dizzy. And that's because I think people move the cameras, they do certain things which would make people uncomfortable. So the most important thing, the rule for me was to make people comfortable. And that's why if you see all the comments, it's all about, I don't want to take this off. Whereas people usually say, I can't keep this on for more than 15 minutes. So our movie is 37 minutes and people take it out and say, was it 10 minutes? So, they don't even know the time went by. Yeah.
I've suffered through so much bad VR, so it's very impressive that you're able to get people to 37 minutes. That's really an amazing accomplishment on top of everything else, so very nice.
I think half the stuff is the little bit of the story, and the music also helps a lot.
Very good.
I have a question as well. As an artist, you want to bring your art to the masses, and I have a question if you are frustrated with the accessibility of your art, that not everybody is able to try it. Not everybody will be able to try those chairs and experience this for 37 minutes.
The good thing is VR is affordable because you can get an Oculus for $300 and we can get other sets. There's a Geo set I saw for 8,000 rupees or something. So there are, things out there. But to make it, we need special cameras, we need calibration of these two cameras, and we still don't have time code sync between these two cameras. We just sync it through audio. But what we get out of it is definitely far better than, not I would say better or worse. It could coexist with cinema. Cinema has a certain community feel. In this, it's very personal and more immersive. So. Which you don't get even in real life, the kind of privacy.
Very good, very good. I think one thing I would like to ask you, since we're on the IIT Madras campus, it's a very prestigious engineering institution, as you know, and so do you have any kind of message for students who might want to work in this space or contribute to this technology? What kinds of things should they be thinking about?
I personally think that whenever I go to Microsoft, I go to Apple or Intel, I see a lot of Indians out there, and I was thinking, why is the next Apple not coming from India? Why is the next NVIDIA not coming from India? Right? What stops them? I think that has to be. I think the government has to help that to happen. The next big technological thing should come from India, whether it's Elon Musk, which was kind of unprecedented because I didn't want to do anything Indian content in the beginning because this technology is so much, and it's a project which required international importance. So I did that in English. And these are the questions I asked. Why? And the professor was saying that the touch of iPhone was from a student from here. I never know. People should know all this to get inspired. And that is one of the major factors in the iPad and the iPhone. So one of our guys has done that. That was very inspiring. And he said, we don't have PR facility. We don't know. I think, don't worry, I'll be your PR from now. And there is still a lot more to do. I think first we need to find how to make money out of this. In experience centers, which, like how cinema theaters have taken off, Cinema is an industry which is probably the second or third industry in India. And we need that aspect to be taken care of. Certain people will get inspired. Because I'm crazy and I didn't care about money. And I'm making money through my music, so I could put all my money into this as a passion project. So, yeah.
It's a very good point. And one question I have then is, do you think there's any hope for indie artists in this space? Like, is there anything they can do at this time, or do they have to wait to get past these sort of medieval stages of the technology in order to do things?
We did a couple of, the use cases of this is phenomenal, because when we started this, I was thinking holistically. I was thinking, how do you sustain this if I start a VR center? And then I was thinking of people who can't go for pilgrimages. You know, we could scan temples, and they could have an experience of religious places. And then they could have marriages in 3D, so they can relive the. There's many use cases where people can use VR. Now AI has come in. I think we can do much more things with that one, replicating teachers or spiritual guides. Or I'm just thinking about Indian contextual uses. Yeah. But I think don't use it too much; you'll get vertigo.
Okay, very good.
So one of our students in IT Madras has married in virtual reality.
Oh yeah.
Bringing the dead father-in-law in the virtual reality, and it made us a surprise to the fiancé. So that's a good use cases you're highlighting it.
Yeah, we thought this was just 5%. We have a whole book of what all we can do. We're just brainstorming the first, from 2016. So we have loads of ideas stacked up, loads of experiments, taking human forms, dance forms, sculptures, and digital sets, and Unreal Engine, all the stuff.
Yeah.
You come to a place, we'll show you how much time we spend on this.
So since we are a technology institute, we wanted to use AR VR to see whether we can transform a rural student into a Srinivasa Ramanujam, mathematical genius. So if now VR has the potential of transforming, embody one person into different gender, right? So I, being a male, I can become a female in the virtual reality, and then how well I can become is measured by so many factors. We want to see the same technology can be used, transform a rural student who is not interested in mathematics to become a Srinivasa Ramanujam or maybe.
Absolutely. I mean, I think last time when I came here, I showed you the Meta project.
Okay.
It's again from India. We're creating a world band, and it's got Chinese, African, Irish, American, Indian, North Indian, South Indian both. And this is the same thing. You don't have to be trapped in a body to be a person. What is inside might be not the person who we feel like people see. Great use case.
So with regard to storytelling, what has to happen sort of differently in this space in comparison to a sort of ordinary film, or maybe even musical compositions as a form of storytelling and things like that? I don't know how it all sort of relates, but.
So when you do storytelling, I think in a normal 2D movie, the director wants his thoughts of what he wants you to watch. It's forced upon you. In here, you see everything. It's like theater. You see everything, and that's why we need this chair to show you where you want to see, where you should see. And also, I was thinking about Indian classical dances, because you see classical dance like 20 meters apart, or you never see that intimately of what the person is doing with the eyes and the face and the expressions. So we're experimenting on that project where you can experience dance in a way we've never experienced before. So.
Does it make sense to also have conditional experiences where you have by interacting with the content in some way, you may choose the outcomes or help reshape what happens? Does that make some kind of sense? Or?
I think the next level would be interactive, definitely. Suppose like Sixth Off kind of a thing, where you have a character, and then we're already seeing that on 2D, like on the phones with an AI image, AI character talking to you and all this stuff. So my idea is for my band, the meta band Secret Mountain, where you can speak to all of them, you can sing along with them, all that stuff.
Very good, very good.
Can I ask you one last question?
Yeah, please.
So for regular movie making, there is a setup pipeline, very well defined pipeline. But for this virtual reality, there is no pipeline at all, right? There is no grammar at all. So you must have gone through a lot of experiments, and then coming with a successful grammar, successful pipeline. That itself is a big experiment you have done. So it's very amazing. Do you want to explain how you experimented with this pipelines?
I want to give it to my boy. Sridhar, you want to answer this question? So he was the main tech guide for this one.
I think it started with. I think it started with actually being very inspired by the Oculus demos to begin with. The first time I put it in a small room, so put this headset and this.
I remember actually I got an Oculus because it was in the queue, and somebody said I don't like it. I don't want it because they had something else, and I brought that and I bought a computer. There was a very, very small room. It was just like 3-meter room. And I took the boys to Anand and Srirag. Where are you taking me? They said, I said, to your future.
Yeah, so it's the first time that expanded the showdown demo, an incredible demo in storytelling. I think it gave us a lot of ideas. But then that was again interactive. That was a game engine demo. So we had to find a way to, how do we bring live action into VR? It started with experimenting with many cameras, stereo rigs, just trial and error, till we had to jump in and pick one and just go ahead with it and then fix it in post. So a lot of discovery was done in post on how to fix the inherent issues that come from 360-degree stereoscopic VR filming. We did not stick with 180, we stuck with 360 because we wanted the viewer to be completely immersed and feel like they're present in another place altogether. In this case, Rome, Bosnia, several places that we shot. So a lot of the work was done in post where we had to figure out how do we clean this footage up, and that's the major part of the 6 years. Major part of it was finding the right vendors for it because of a lot of Indian VFX pipelines are stuck to the cinema and filmmaking where they have a fixed pipeline. Now, to open them up to something like this, to understand that there is no frame, they see things within a screen. So we had to give them the headsets to see, okay, this is what you're doing. And that's when they knew that the complexity was much higher. We couldn't do with 67% quality, oh, okay, this is good enough, nobody's going to notice it. Because you're blowing up something that's, completely around you. Every single mistake was seen. So we had to keep going on and on it, multiple reshoots to test. So every year there would be new headsets, new cameras, and we had to keep up. We are not done with the film yet. So by the time we reached Cannes, we are like, okay, these headsets, the film's not good enough for this headset. So enter AI upscaling, and we had to upscale the entire film up to 6K just to bring that what the technology can give to the audience. So a lot of effort put on that front.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rahman. Thank you, Professor Steve and Anna, for this insightful discussion between you and Dr. Rahman. With this, I would request the next program of this event is to recognize excellent, top-performing XR startup companies. I would request Dr. Palani to say a few words on this award of this XR startups. How we went through this, selecting these XR companies.
My name is Parinipan Ramo. I'm from the Department of Engineering Design. So part of this XTIC Summit, the plan was to recognize some startups, and there was a call for intention to apply. Few startups, quite a lot of them applied, and there was a process to scrutinize and filter some of them. A few of them set up stalls here. There was a committee, about 6 people, comprises of Mr. Rabindra Shah from IRS, Mrs. Padmashri Suresh from HCL, Balaji Venkatraman from Netherlands Consulate, Lokesh Borgowda from Samsung, Ms. Alpana Dubey from Accenture, and myself. So we went through this process over several days, and we selected a few startups from the numerous applications that we received. And today we had a stall. We discussed with them just to make sure that we didn't miss any of the points that they had noted. And the following is the list of awards. Following is the list of awards Steve is going to give. I just announced. Okay, fine. So, okay, so here is the bonus. Dr. A.R.R. has agreed to give away the awards. And so the first award in the category of Best Enterprise XR Solution Award goes to
Plutoman Technologies. The stalls are still up there, I believe, so if you get a chance, you should visit. They are pretty impressive. The second award is in the category of XR Sustainability Award, and the award goes to Bala Artrel Private Limited. The next category is XR Startup of the Year. It goes to Satori XR. The next category is XR Education Training Award. It goes to Square Comp. The next category is XR Design Excellence Award. Goes to Magnimus. They practically gate crashed, but their product was pretty good. The last but not the least, the top XR startup goes to Merkle Haptics. And that wraps up the award ceremony. I thank the delegates in the dais and the committee members for going over the applications. To me personally, it's an honor to be here on the stage where Dr. A.R.R. is here, because there are two things that I remember in my life. One is what my dad told me, who's no more, and that's personal. Let's leave that. The other one is Ella Pugarum Iraivanukke. So there is a reason that he is an idol, like what Mani told. I was there when he was just chatting, and any technical question that was shot at him, he just answered that. And then on top of it, he said, "Okay, here is my man, Sridhar, you need to ask him." But he practically answered all the questions. So there is a reason. We can understand the kind of time that he has spent on it, the energy that he has spent on it. Thank you very much for being here. And this is not part of the script, but I'll take the privilege. The one thing is, I really wanted to thank the volunteers, the students, and members of XTIC who made this possible over the past 2 days. Okay? So they practically need a standing ovation, but it's very difficult because it's crowded. I request the volunteers to stand up so that you can at least have a round of applause. So we are all just in the front, right? These were the people who did the back end work, and it was not possible without them. Thank you very much, and over to you, Mani.
Now, we are excited to tell you guys about the newsletter release. So we will be releasing the XTIC 2024 newsletter, showcasing the amazing contributions and milestones achieved by our team. I invite Mr. Rabindra Shah, Sri Prakash Damodaran, and Professor Manivanan to come forward for this momentous occasion. We will be giving the newsletter to Sri A.R. Rahman to initiate our first launch of the XTIC 2024 newsletter.
This XTIC newsletter is what we are going to, we are doing it. Every quarterly we are publishing it. This was the special edition which we released today. And what we intend to do at IIT Madras under XTIC, whatever research work we are doing in our country, and scholars are doing the work, startups are doing, academia are doing, industries are doing, in terms of product development in XR area, in terms of unique application development, any new events are happening, new technologies are adopting, right? That's what we all wanted to cover it. So I'm just sharing this as a publication thing. And we have got the XTIC website, and we can go get the all latest digital edition of this version is available, what we released today, and the past edition also. I will encourage all the participants here to please share your success story on the link given there. I would like to cover it and filter it. This is a nice initiative because whatever we do is go to the not India and the globally. That's what we intend to do. And thank you so much, Professor Mani and Sir Prakash sir for doing and guiding us. Thank you so much for Rahman sir for honoring it.
So now all of you have an exciting opportunity. This particular panel is willing to, and especially Sri A.R. Rahman, we will be taking some questions from the audience. So if any of you have questions, please raise your hands for the next 5 minutes. Top 5 questions. Okay, not a lot of hands, but top 5. Okay, yeah, pause. We will bring the mic to you.
Hello. Hello. Great fan of you. So, my question is how XT can be used with music as therapy for people? That's the question.
Yes, I think that's one of the things we are researching on, I think, for the past 5 years. How to use virtual reality and immersive. Because I think there's so much of noise, so much of chaos in the world. I think we want to take them to a place where they feel at peace and they could get subliminal messages from the content we can create. Yeah, that's one of the plans.
Youngsters' creativity. So nowadays students are skipping the fundamentals. They are directly getting into the updated version of making videos, updated version of composing the sounds. So they are. Do you think they are skipping the fundamentals? So is that affecting their creativity?
I think there's no rules in creativity. I think how passionate you are in. I think there's one way of also teaching is to show a product and put a group of people and say, create something like that, copy it. And by each one will have a different process to copy that one. And in that way, they create their own, I think that's a great exercise. Even in music, some people, I think some of the universities do, they have a classical piece for around 16 bars and they say, what is this made of? Recreate it. That way, I think if you want to get somewhere, I think you use many tools. They're just tools, that's it. What comes out should be a wholesome product.
Okay.
Next question.
So, thank you very much for being here. And my question for this is that I noticed when you're talking about the Lee mask and I saw the trailer that it is also giving a artificial smell as well. So olfactory visualizations. Can you tell me more about how did you manage to give that kind of rendering? And what kind of tools did you use for that?
So that was the whole, the moment I said smell is when Intel came in as a collaborator. And because that was very new, and why not? Because we have stuff for the ears, for the eyes, and so we wanted to go beyond. How can you? I feel like cinema is over 100 years old, and you still have the same rectangle where you watch. I felt like we can go much more further in innovating things, and VR actually was helpful in that one.
And people gave good feedback on that as well. The smell is also.
The smell, I think we got an Algerian perfumer who came to Paris, and we have a special smell actually formulated for this experience. And the olfactory director was Danny Boyle's daughter, Grace Boyle. She had done something on a forest project, so she was very excited that there's multiple smells, not one. And now from 6 we've gone to 12 now.
Hello, sir. Big fan. So, no surprises there. One, I know that this can't be a yardstick, but this is the first film. So, what was the budget? If we can.
Beyond the budget, it's just the time spent and people who believed in it. I thank all the people who believed in it, Intel, Ideal, and so the many producers, friends, and many people like Whistling Hoods helped with internship. They got, and then Prasad Digital helped. Then we had somebody from Ukraine, somebody from America. So there's almost 1,000 people who worked on this one.
Wow.
And after a while, actually, I felt it's already, it was over, I think, 90 minutes of, I said, nobody's going to put this for 90 minutes, so I cut it down to 37 minutes, which changed the whole thing. The budget is over 4 or 5 million USD.
Wow. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause for that budget, first of all. Next question. Please pass the mic to that side. Yep.
Hello, sir. Big fan. And what inspires you to innovate certain things in the industry? I saw a video of you playing, composing music in the air. And of course, you did a lot in Lee mask. What drives you crazy to do certain things?
Boredom.
Yeah.
So when you get bored of a certain practice, you just find how can we improve what people experience, how can we, and because I've been working from the age of 13
in
the studios, 10 years for other people, then I started my own music. So in music, music is also how do you tame the monster called technology and bend it towards your needs. How can you make the harshness of it go and soothe it for your ears. Same way, I think in this, why should cinema be only 2D and rectangle form? Why can't we have smell in it? Why can't we have haptics in it? Why can't we have audio which is ambisonic and all that stuff? Why can't we have a story which is about, which has the same thrill but also human elements which should, because everything is about violence today. So in this, you can never have somebody going to a garden and smelling something. They say lag aichira cut pannilan. So in this, you can really feel that somebody is going to a garden. You are in that garden, and the technology makes you feel so real. And you can shift from there to a Taj Mahal, or to a Colosseum in Rome, or to a Bosnian bridge. So all these things we've just had fun doing all this.
Hi, Dr. Rahman. My name is Bridge. So there are certain obvious implications for climate change and sustainability with this technology. You'll travel less, you can have a great experience sitting at home. There's a lot of tourism stuff which could happen. Are there some more ideas you have in your idea book which can help with this technology, which can help the planet more and reduce emissions and carbon footprint, regeneration, all that stuff?
There are, I think. The only drawback is you can't have a community experience like how we're all seeing each other. And good thing is once you put there, you can't watch Twitter or Facebook, everything is cut off. So you have 100%, it's a very responsible job. So people are completely locked into your thing. And every bit of your content has to be, or your film or your art has to be immersive and responsible and extraordinary. And then you're going to take it away. So we've tested us so much. We've tested it on people. We're not only here, abroad, from Ukraine to Americans to French people to Singaporeans to. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So you are super creative. I mean, world-class, super creative person. So I just see that for Century we have cinema halls and we go to cinema halls. So what is the next level of cinema hall look like? Like example, XR can be the next thing, 3D world, 4D world.
Next level is in Vegas. It's called the Sphere. And if you go there, then I felt like if each city has that one, I think it's really, really amazing. If you have a time, I mean, they're coming to Abu Dhabi, of course, it'll be easy for you in a couple of years.
Great. I'll explore it. Thank you.
So privileged to have you and give you time. So, do you think AI is a threat to the music industry? Because the other day I was watching a YouTube video, they were saying in 5 minutes they just composed everything. What do you feel about that?
I think it's just a tool. We'll get bored of it. And then we human beings always find a way to, I can't come and talk like this, or sing with a guitar, or with a piano. I think that is going up now because what you see on a phone can be created now. You can have a political leader saying something which they don't even believe with deep fake and everything. But the reality is when you see me, this is real. And if you see the music industry in the past couple of years has gone multiple folds higher. Stadium concerts, arena concerts and all this stuff because people want to see the reality. They want to see the flaws.
Hi sir, Murli from TCS. So most of the films are linear, like even in 360 degree, like Ritual, the story goes in one path. What do you think about having a multi-dimension story? Like if I select this character, the story can take. So when do you think this can happen?
I think the whole movie, the content of the movie is going to hopefully go into a game engine in the future. Exactly. So this is something which I imagined 15 years back, how if we all think about the dog in the story, it'll be the dog's point of view. If we think about the maid or something, or the servant, it'll be his point of view. So I think that is not far away. I think that's a great idea. So each movie hall would be a different story, different point of view, which I was thinking about. I gave my idea off now.
So because of the shortness of time, we will be just taking 3 more questions only. So to the gentlemen in the front.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. A.R. Rahman. I'm from IIT Madras. I know you through your good old secretary, Noel James. We have met before, maybe in Dubai. I'm heading a new initiative, exactly what Professor Manivan was talking about. How do we market some of the assets from institutions like IIT Madras, and that's what I'm heading, taking this all global. I'm going to touch on a point. It's not going to be a question, but something that you brought up, which is obviously one was about marketing. But the most important aspect is a lot of talent out here. In fact, you spoke about use cases. I was part of a strategic advisor of a company that started pretty early and had to close down, which was called VR Devotee, taking people to various pilgrimage places. In fact, worked brilliantly, but unfortunately could not take off. I think one of the challenges I feel, and I've lived outside, worked with all the companies you worked with, Intel, etc., when you're doing the project with them. I've just come back here. What I found was, I think what some of this talent needs is what I call patient investing. You've taken 6 years to come out with something. I think some of these great talent in this place, they don't have that, unfortunately. And some brilliant ideas, great innovations just die over a period of time because investors are not really willing to go the journey with them. I just thought, I don't know whether you have a similar thought.
Yeah, that is, I think we need to, all the startup initiatives have to, I think most of them believe like that, at least there. They invest in like 7, 8 startups and then one takes off. I don't know why here, I think we should all discuss about it and bring a way where we can encourage something. When I was in MIT, I did a little course in 2017, 18 on cluster computing and imaging and all this stuff. Is when I saw many little things which are coming up. Like one girl was having trying to get imagery through Wi-Fi, and now somebody has done that, taking the Wi-Fi imaging, like without any cameras, and then having artificial intelligence to create human being forms. That what are they doing? Are they living or dead? Especially for older people. And that and the neural influence on the brain to check the person is happy or not. So I'm very curious to come to your lab. I'm sure that stuff like that is happening. We don't know about Money Mama. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody has to be crazy.
So it's a fan moment. I don't have a question, but I have a request. Probably all of them in the audience would also voice it. Why don't you sing a song for us?
Usually I don't sing without getting paid. No, actually I don't sing except for my concerts as a contractual thing.
It's the thought that counts, so thank you, sir. Okay, so we just have last one more question only, and we are winding up the question answer session. So, yep.
Hi, sir. My name is Dheeraj. I live in Auroville, and I'm a creative technologist. So I'm a storyteller at heart. I'm an artist, musician, and dancer. But I also love working with Exatech. But I've been trying for 7 years, and I've been self-funded mostly. So what advice do you have for people like me who are, multidisciplinary and are still indie? I'm trying to figure out, ways to get in.
Your time has come.
So another question is,
just
any
keep going
chance?
on the right path and more deeper. Don't give up. We never gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Another question is, any chance that I can work with your team? I would be honored to.
Why not? You just contact Srirag, is here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
So thank you, everyone. We would be wrapping our question and answer session now, and we like to thank Sri Rahman for answering all the questions and being very patient with us. So now we'll be moving ahead with wrapping up our ceremony. I'll be going ahead with my word of thanks and for all of you to being here. So as we come to the close of this remarkable journey, that is the XTIC XR Summit 2024, it is my honor and privilege to deliver the word of thanks on the behalf of the entire organizing team. First and foremost, let us put our hands together for the one and only A.R. Rahman, sir. Your presence, your inspiring words and groundbreaking work with Leigh Musk in XR has added a magical touch to our event. And most importantly, as engineers, you have kindled our passion to be storytellers also. So thank you for pushing us to go beyond our boundaries and risk and learn new things. So once again, applause to you, sir. And now a big round of applause to Steve and Anna for joining us to present the awards, making this even more special and fun. And if you guys know, you can find him in his auto somewhere. So for the people who know, they know. So, yeah. So moving ahead, we like to take a moment to appreciate all our plenary, keynote speakers and esteemed panelists, and so many others who contributed their expertise to the event.